Alright, so this is Module 6, Lesson 3, and the complexity of what we're doing is going up a notch. So let's go ahead and get started. So it says to write a repeated addition equation to match the picture, then group the add-ins into pairs to show a more efficient way to add. So we're going to start off by just taking these numbers right here and putting them in the blanks down here. So I know that those are groups of 3, and there were 4 groups, so it's going to be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and I know that that equals 12 altogether when I count those up, okay? Now to make this a little bit easier to add, we can group the add-ins. So this right here, these are add-ins. So we have 3 plus 3, which is 6, and then 3 plus 3, which is also 6, and we take 6 plus 6, and that equals 12. And then coming back to this right here, we have 4 groups of blank equal 2 groups of blank. So what we need to, how we need to think about this is a group of 3, right? So this is 4 groups of 3 is equal to 2 groups of 6. Okay? Moving on to the next problem, it's going to be very similar, of course. So it looks like I've got 4 groups of 2, right? So we'd come in here, and we'd go 2, 2, 2, and 2, and all of that together would equal 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Then when I come in and I add my add-ins together, like this, 2 plus 2 equals 4, and 2 plus 2 equals 4, which also equals 8. Okay. So I have down here 4 groups of blank equal 2 groups of blank. So this is the 4 groups right here. This is the 2 groups right here. So I'm going to go ahead and let you fill this out by yourself. Alright, so this problem ramps it up just a little bit more even. So we have groups of 2, it looks like. So go ahead and fill these out. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And then of course we should just come in and count up how many we have all together. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 altogether. And then we have to take all of these and put them into this problem down here. So we're simplifying the problem to make it easier to add, okay? So I would just simply come through and break these up into little pairs of add-ins, and that'll tell us exactly what we need to put in here. So we have over here 2 plus 2, which equals 4. And right here 2 plus 2, which equals 4, and so on. So I'll let you fill out the rest of this and then come down here, and we obviously start off with 8 groups, because there are 8 of these groups up here, and 8 groups of blank equal 4 groups of blank. So I'm going to let you try and figure that one out on your own. All right, moving on, we have write a repeated addition equation to match the picture, then group add-ins into pairs, and add to find the total. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start off just by taking these and grouping them nicely, okay? And so I can see that these are going to be in groups of 3. Kind of like that. And you can see that I have 5 groups right here and 5 blanks right here. So a blank for each group. So what you should do is you should take the number in these groups and put it in this blank, and this blank, and this one, and this one, and this one, and then add them all up to find the total. Okay? So I'll go ahead and give you a minute to do that. All right, so kind of how they've grouped this one, it's a little bit different from what we've been doing. So I'm going to try and explain the thinking for solving this particular problem. All right, so in order to simplify this line and get it onto this line, we need to do just a little bit of adding before we can move them down there. So I'm going to go ahead and add these two together, and add these two together, but I don't have a little buddy over here for this add-end, so we're just going to leave this one like it is, okay? So I've got 3 plus 3, which equals 6, and 3 plus 3, which equals 6 as well. And you can see that this problem right here only needs 2 add-ins, and we already have our 3, which is represented right here with this 3. So our 2 other add-ins are going to be 6 and 6. So let's go ahead and just add those. Let's go ahead and add those into our blanks. Let me do just a little bit of erase and clean this up down here. So we've got 6 plus 6 plus 3. And so 6 plus 6 plus 3 is going to equal 15. Just like all of our 3's up here equal to 15, okay? And then what they want us to do is come back in here, because now we have blank plus 3 equals blank, okay? So then you would simplify this even more and go 6 plus 6, and that equals 12, which would go right into that blank right there. And then we have the plus 3, so 12 plus 3 equals 15. All right, so I'm going to leave this one right here for you to do completely on your own. So remember that first I circled my groups up here. Then I filled in my blanks right here. Then I simplified by adding 2 of my add-ins together right here. Then I simplified again, adding those 2 add-ins together to get this, okay? Now this problem right here does not have quite as many steps, so this one should be just a little bit easier for you to try on your own. All right, so this is now the homework. So if you're watching this during class, you need to go ahead and pause and continue working on your problem set if that's what you're doing right now. So we have right here that we need to write a repeated addition equation to match the picture, then group the add-ins into pairs to show a more efficient way to add. And so really this is all about efficiency, all right? So we see that we have 4 groups of 4, right? So you'd come in here and you'd fill all of these blanks out with the number 4. Then what you need to do is you need to add them all up and fill in this blank. Okay? So you can go ahead and pause and do that. Alright, so now that you have these filled out, and remember I'm not going to do this for you because I already know how to do this and I'm not going to do your homework for you, right? So now you need to take these add-ins and group them into pairs, and they gave us these nice little lines to help us know where we're grouping all of these. So over here we have 4 plus 4, and that equals 8. So go ahead and do the same thing for the numbers that you got for right here, then add them all up. And then obviously we start off with 4 groups of 4 up here. So down here we have 4 groups of blank equal 2 groups of blank. So it's 4 groups of 4 equal 2 groups of something. Alright. Let's go ahead and move on to the next problem. So this is exactly the same, just different numbers, and they don't give us the lines that we're looking for. So remember to fill in these blanks with the number in each group, okay? So it's not the number of group, it's the number in each group. So it's like the counters. So this one would be a 2, of course. So I'll go ahead and let you do this one on your own. And I'll come over here and explain this for you. Alright, so this is the one where it gets just a little bit more tricky. So it's write a repeated addition equation to match the picture, then group add-ins into pairs, and add to find the total. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just group these real quick. And then each of these groups is obviously 3. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to go 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. And I happen to know that 5 3s is going to equal 15, okay? Then we're going to come in and group each of these. And so kind of like what we did on the problem set, we have this lonely little 3 over here that doesn't have another add-end to get added to at the moment. So just group these over here. And of course, 3 plus 3 is 6. And I'll let you do this one on your own. Then you take this number and you put it right here. You take the number from this one and you put it right here, and then it's 6 plus blank plus 3 equals blank. And then of course you would just take these two, add them together, and put it right here. So you have blank plus 3 equals blank. Now, I mean, we kind of know that these blanks are all going to be 15, okay? But what you need to keep in mind is that you need to be able to properly fill out these blanks right here, okay? Alright, so this is going to be very, very similar to what we just did. And so what you're going to be doing is figuring out the numbers in problem B. So what you should do is you should come down here and group your snakes together, okay? Then fill in these blanks, then add these together, and remember that whatever that comes out to goes in those blanks, and then you add these blanks together, and whatever that comes out to goes right here.